Hey y'all, welcome back to the series I've been doing. I think this is part 8 or part 9 of it. Trying to remember where I left off at. But anyways, give y'all a quick little update. I found out some interesting information, which I think is kind of hilarious. But I think, in my opinion, is kind of hilarious to a point. Hometown Custom PC 5G 4G got another bitch up on his ass that has been calling the cops on him and everything else. Let me tell y'all something about this clown. He is the biggest liar in the county. He is the biggest asshole in the county. He is the biggest troublemaker in the county. And he thinks he's all Mr. Badass, but he's not. And he wants to go around and say everybody's a cop caller, this, that. Well, the thing about it is, what he don't realize is that if he would just back the fuck off people and leave people alone, people wouldn't have to be treating him like an ass. Which is the God honest truth. And Hometown Custom PC 5G 4G whatever G, he doesn't run a legit business. It's a fake advertisement business. He doesn't do projects for people's houses. He doesn't do what y'all think. He is not qualified to do nothing. So if y'all see his little shit on TikTok, y'all go on there and turn his account in. And he wants to talk about people in Hamilton. I'm going to tell y'all something. I grew up years ago, and this has been years ago. I grew up in Hamilton when I was a little kid. And Hamilton back then was not bad. It wasn't. And, oh, God, if I could break that off. And, he wants to make up these stories like, oh, he came up to Hamilton, and oh, he was robbed and stabbed in the shoulder. Let me tell y'all something. That bastard lies like a motherfucker. He lies out of his asshole. It's not even a joke. And he wants to get on there and say, oh, I'm tired of, certain people calling the cops and blah, 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 blah. Well, maybe if you shut the fuck up and stop running the fucking mouth, maybe people would not call the cops on your ass. You ever think about that? Interesting. And, thing about it is that he wants to run his mouth and make himself look like, oh, he's the Prince of England, or he's this perfect person. Bitch, please. He's not this perfect person. He's a liar. He's a creep. A stalker. He's everything in the book. And if y'all been following along with this series, I think this is part 8 or part 9. So let me try to remember where I left off at. Yes, I'm making pancakes again, which I really don't want to, but I have to. Let me think. Where did I leave off last? Trying to think where I left off last. Oh, so he gets the apartment in Addiston, and I move in, and I wasn't there not even a week. And he was taking me back and forth to school, taking me to my doctor's shit and all that. And so at that time, we were technically-ish engaged at that time. And we were talking about getting married. We started doing the wedding planning and all this shit. And at that time, I just kept wondering in my head, like, is this man gonna be good enough to be with me? Is this man gonna be good enough to marry me? And at that time, I was young and dumb and stupid and very immature. And the thing about it was that I got literally homesick. I was homesick. And at this time, I was like 18 years old. And I called my grandma up. I said, can I please just come home? And she's like, yeah, just come back home. It's perfectly fine. So I temporarily move out of the apartment. I go back home, and I'm like having my grandma take me to school. I'm having her pick me up. Me and him at that time, we had technically split up. And I just needed time to just focus on myself, my grades, my schooling, and the whole 9 yards. Now, this is the time where I'm still at Diamond, and I'm in the horticultural operations program myself now. And let me tell y'all something. My senior year was the most wildest year of my motherfucking life. And I just cannot believe that when I was going through that junk and through that mess, I just cannot believe how much heartache I went through. And at that time, my girlfriends were like, girl, you deserve better. Girl, you don't deserve to be with that clown. That clown don't deserve you. Which at that time was so fucking true. And the thing about it is that I'm very much a particular person. I really have been, always have been. And at that time, I was so wild and out of control. Like, I was going to parties every weekend. I was drinking every weekend. I was partying every weekend. And all this and all that. And, you know, I was at Diamond. I was Little Miss Hot Shit, farting and shit like that. And all this and all that. And the thing about it is that I thought I knew it all. I thought I had the whole world at my feet. And I really didn't. But I had college offers coming in. And I was just going through a lot that year. And I didn't know where I was going to go to college, where I was going to college at. But during one of the weekends, I was home with my grandparents. Me and my best friend, who's now my son's godmother, we went off to college. She and I went off to do our college entrance exam. And I was so nervous about this exam. We didn't study. We didn't have nothing to study for and all this and all that. The morning of the college entrance exam, I was so nervous. And this college entrance exam was like about math, science, history, social studies, the whole 9 yards. And at that time, friends of ours from high school, the class of 09, most of our class was already there at college. And back then, I dressed really fucking slutty. I will gladly admit that. I dressed really fucking slutty. And shut up! And I mean, it's just been crazy. And oh yeah, before I forget, Hometown Custom PC 5G 4G. Look what I found. I got my rocks back. You slick motherfucker. Got one. Here's the other one, which is a B. Thought I would never get these back. I got them back. Most of them that are mine. I found them at the one place as of yesterday when I was up there. So, nice try. But anyways, we were at college, and the next thing I know, we're walking out of the room from taking the college entrance exam. And at this time, one of the guys that knew me personally, his name was Justin. Justin saw me in the hallway. Yes, I was dressed a little slutty. And he was like, damn, girl, looking good. He's like, I didn't realize you looked that good. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, give it up already. And I was like, I got a boyfriend. Like, what are you doing? I got a boyfriend. He's like, your boyfriend don't deserve your fine ass. I was like, God damn. And, I mean, it was just crazy. My senior year was fucking ridiculously crazy. And at that point, me and Chris, we were separated. And I didn't really care at that point if me and him got back with each other or not. And at that moment, I just thought in my head, do I deserve that bastard? No, I don't. Do I deserve that shit? No, I don't. Do I deserve a man that's going to break up with me on every fucking holiday? No, I don't. And I started to try to date this other person who I've mentioned in previous videos. I thought I could be with him. And that was a wrong mistake I should never done. And stay tuned for parts. This is actually part 9. Stay tuned for 10. Deuces.